Oh, 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 oh. Uh, uh, uh. I'm out of town, thugging with my rhyme.
Hello, everybody. Um, Welcome to another episode of Two Ways to Say It. I am your boy, Casey.
And I am the one and only Ashley Renee. hmm
Hmm.
Okay.
Today we are kind of winding down, bringing out an episode where we want to let y'all know a little bit more about us. So kind of asking a few questions, just an introduction without an introduction. We mid-season and it's some stuff y'all probably don't know. So why not tell y'all? So we're gonna be on here asking a couple questions, giving out
Mhm.
two answers to them, and maybe y'all learn something about us through it. Who
You know
knows?
me, I'm not giving out too much information because we know we have
Never that.
what I never know
Never that.
who's watching.
I'm
You
gonna
know.
start it off with something a hard hitting question, and I'm gonna
Okay.
ask you, and then I'll answer next. So,
Okay.
Ashley Renee, what
hmm
is your two favorite zodiac signs?
Oh my gosh, you would start off with that one. So,
Yes.
since you know I'm so into astrology, okay, so right off the bat, I'm gonna say a Sag.
Mhm.
Sag, Sag men and women to me are very funny. They're risk taking. They like to have a good time. Maybe sometimes it can be too much of a good time. And you
Mhm.
know, the Scorpio in me, I be needing some downtime, some private
Mhm.
time. I need to be in the dark under the covers
Mhm.
trying to transform. You know what I'm saying?
They-
But overall, I
Right.
love Sage. I love their bluntness. I think that they're just naturally funny people. They don't even realize how funny they are.
Mhm.
And they're gonna tell you the truth, and I like to hear the truth. Um, Second one, probably Virgo. I give it to the Virgos. It's
Mm.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Virgo only because um I think that they can naturally be funny, but they have like this sternness. They're very practical,
Mhm.
neat people. I can't explain it. Like they have this neatness about them, or at least
Mm.
try to pretend like they are. You know,
There
you
you
got
go.
they got to
Right.
show
Okay,
like
you're
they're this
so
way, but
clean. You're
you
so neat
they're so nasty and
and
so
so rude.
rude. So yeah, they're like the sweet. What does Sammy
For
say
sure.
about one of Jersey Shore? She's like,
Yeah.
I'm the sweetest bitch you'll ever know. Excuse my French, but to me, that's what Virgos are. They're like the
Okay.
sweetest bitches. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, those are my top two.
Okay. With me, I am not as educated on astrology as you, so I have to go do my research. From my
Okay.
research and from my relationship experiences in life, I'm gonna always first, and it's crazy, just like you, a Sagittarius. And I'm gonna speak on it like you do. Sag. They are very, like you say, very outspoken. Honestly, I like that they're better than a lot of signs where they speak without thinking of what's next. Like, just
Yeah.
they're gonna speak out very outspoken. They don't care. Some people might, when they speak out, people look at it like, why they gotta respond like that? It's because they're gonna say what they want to say, and that's just what
hmm
it is. And I love that because why not? I mean, why? Because sometimes you do think, why care so much? And of
Right.
course, I have Sagittarius around me, but forget them. And of course, the second one is Scorpios, Scorpios, Scorpios. And no, I am not saying this because this girl is on this podcast with me. Um, I'm definitely, and I'm not saying it because my mom is a Scorpio, and I'm not saying it because my grandma's Scorpio, but it's
It
just something
sounds
about
like
those.
it, but okay.
I can't get away from them. It would get away from me.
No
Um,
one can.
the Scorpios are very like uh, when I say they read stuff well, very like how do you say like so structured within where they don't care about the small stuff, the other signs and other people care about. They're really like, I'm doing what I do, I'm standing by it, and that's just it. what you get from them is what you're gonna get from them, and you're gonna get it from them every time. It's rare that you're gonna see from what I see as a Scorpio is gonna change over time. That's whatever they were, that they sticking by it, and that's what they are, and I love that. And so yes, I love Sagittarius and Scorpios. So
Wow,
yeah,
shout out to the Scorps. Oh my
right.
gosh.
What's
Okay,
up, Mom?
okay.
Anyway,
I know.
okay, and to go to a not so positive, who, what are your two worst zodiac signs?
Oh, oh my gosh.
I'm ready.
Starting worst. Oh my gosh.
Mm. Disclaimer. Oh,
Wow, you're putting me on the spot. So I'm just gonna go straight off the dome here.
mm,
And when I say worst, I mean because we are opposite, but it is things that I do love about this sign. But we zodiac sign wise are opposite when it
mm-hmm.
comes to traits. Um, I'm gonna go with Aquarius. You guys are weird, but it's a good weird.
Right,
Tend to meet that many Aquariuses, which is fine. That's that rare part about them, right?
right. Mm-hmm.
Um, I think especially male Aquariuses, they tend to have like no emotions. They're very airy because they are air signs. They're just
Mm-hmm.
here and there. They don't remember nothing. But both men and women seem to be very, what is it? They're like activists for real.
Right,
Um, they're gonna rally up people. They like to, I can't explain it. They're just like the advocate. They're the
yeah.
activist, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, it can be a good part, and sometimes it can be very just annoying.
A little too much.
For Yeah, but it's certain parts that I do like about this. So I'm gonna go with
Mm.
Aquarius, and then the second one, ooh, worst. Oh my gosh, it's so many. Oh my gosh. Wait. Ooh, I feel so bad, but Aries.
Okay.
Sometimes Aries can get a bit too cocky for me. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just like it's not given at certain times. I love Aries, don't get me wrong, but it's just those certain traits about them that I just, again, they're fiery. Um, they need a lot of attention as well. And I just can't give you that validation with certain things. Like it has to naturally come from me. When you fighting for it, that's gonna make me just like, oh, I'm definitely not gonna say nothing now.
Yeah, I
So
know.
sis Aries, just to clear
Know
that
this
up.
already. I'm gonna have to go with one of my worst is a Gemini. Um,
Ooh.
and of course, a Gemini will watch this and be ready to rumble, but it is what it is. Um, it's something, and I think as I experienced so many forms of Gemini, like that's like one of them. Like I can't get away from Scorpios, I cannot get away from Geminis. I don't know what it is.
Hmm.
Like you say, we are the opposite, but it's something. Yeah. They are very like. I think they do stuff and say stuff without the idea of the consequences of what's coming after it. And I don't know what you can call that. It's a boldness, I guess, or not caring. But then it's kind of
Hmm.
like not aware of how it affects others around them, type of thing. It
Okay.
is hard at times to uh, fully root for a Gemini, if that makes sense. Like you can, it's hard. You don't know what you're gonna be rooting for. Like you're gonna be rooting one minute, like okay, I understand what you're saying. The next minute, okay, you're losing me. Like that, it's too weird. And I just can't. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. I
I
can't.
understand.
I didn't experience it
I
too much. And
hmm
mind you, like you always say, not every Gemini is the same. But
hmm
I'm speaking in general, and that's what I got to say about them Geminis. Sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Um. Oh, the second one, just like it was kind of hard. Why I want to say Gemini twice? What, Ashley Renee? What is your two
Mhm.
favorite reality TV shows?
Two favorite reality. Oh my gosh. Okay. Of course, we'll just go with the Housewives. I prefer Atlanta Housewives. Not I don't too much watch, well, I don't watch them now, but
Hmm.
in earlier seasons I did. They were my favorite. So I'm gonna go with the Housewives. And the second reality one, I don't too much watch reality anymore. Um,
You can do old too.
Old would probably be Real World.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So those are my two. I think Real World, especially the earlier seasons.
Hmm.
So, the real world and actually like real arguments, and I don't know what they're doing now, if they're still doing it. I don't know.
Right.
To me, it was just real. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with those two. And to explain Housewives, um, especially the Atlanta Housewives, I think it just
Hmm.
showed us that different side that we normally don't see with Black women being
Yes.
housewives, being taken care
Hmm.
of, living the luxury life, even if they
Yep.
weren't actual housewives. I just
Hmm.
like to see that. And dang, I forgot about Married to Medicine too. But go ahead. We'll just
You
stick
can
with
throw
those.
in me. I love. I like raunchy reality TV. Uh,
Mm.
and which I do like real. I really do like. That's all the way real. I love it. Of course, I'm gonna always go with Flavor a little.
Why did I forget about that? Oh my God. Why I forget about
Yeah.
that? Okay.
When I think of reality TV, literally when
That's a good
if somebody
one.
talk about reality TV, that'd be the first thing I think about, especially like, oh, they ain't had no business watching it. But I really love Flavor Love. It's like that, a lot of shows try to mimic it now, the idea of having all these women or men there for one person. I think Flavor Love nailed it. With
Hmm.
the you remember every girl, they were all different. I don't know who did the casting for the show back then, but like every girl was different. That's why we remember them now because nobody was the same. Everybody body type was different. It wasn't that the girls got like these different surgeons and went on the show and that's what he wanted. He was they were a lot of them natural, the natural bodies, natural everything. It was just regular women. They were all different.
True.
Um, and yeah, that's why I love Flavor Love. Now, do I agree with them fight like that on Flavor Love? I ain't say that. I just say I like the show. And my second one, which is crazy because it connects to it, is I love New York. I mean,
Hmm.
first of all because I love New York anyway. But in general, I think she did a good job of literally flipping it. She got her heart broken by her play, and she took all it and went and made her own show. And the same thing with them. Every dude was different.
Hmm.
What was his name? What what was his name? The short one.
Which one? Midget Mac.
Midget, yeah, yeah, like that. It was just different. Like you can remember these people. And of course, her mom was on there with her too. Even though her mama is
Yeah.
the lady don't play, but it gave her good
That was
TV.
like the Tokyo Tony before Tokyo Tony.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to say it. Like literally, they did a meet. But yeah, I love New York. And everything that came from those two shows, I just love it. So that's me on
Okay.
reality TV. Who are your favorite two rappers of all time?
Rappers. Oh, let me stop. Favorite two rappers right now would be Drake, of course. Um,
Hmm.
he is a Scorpio. Drake has very nice lyrics. He's handsome. And let me be clear, he's an October Scorpio.
There you go.
Since we always talking about November Scorpios, he's an October Scorpio. Um, yeah, and Drake just hot. We can't lie. Like Drake
You
don't,
can't. They be capping. You
put out
can't.
music and he's consistent. So
Yes,
I'm gonna go with Drake. And number two, oh wow.
I know, right?
I'm gonna go. I know everybody's not gonna like this, but I'm gonna go with Kanye. And when I say Kanye, I'm talking about all Kanye
There
now.
you go. Hmm.
Um, I personally think that he may should stick with producing because he can
He can do
literally
it.
produce.
I'm
You
talking
know what
about
Kanye sound. I don't care what nobody
exactly.
say. You know what Kanye sound. I love when he take old music and I don't know if that consider sampling the music because really it's not. It'll just be the
The beat and so yeah. I say
yeah
it's sampling, but they do it. They did it in such a good production way that it wasn't like they was literally how they do now. Where
redoing the whole
yes,
song,
I pick the whole, just get the whole
plagiarizing.
lyric, yeah, and then write some lyrics on top of it. Yeah, no, but they did real sampling. I think he is like that real sampling. It sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And lyrically, I think Kanye is very good as well,
Hmm.
and his visuals. So I'm gonna go with Kanye and Drake. Period, hands
Okay.
down.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I guess halfway we right there together because, of course, I'm going to say Drake. Um, I
Hmm.
told you anytime I hear a Drake, and it's probably because he's Scorpio. I say it's something I like about Scorpios, except you. It's something I just
Wow,
really. But
always
no,
the hate.
but everything like after every song, it's something I just relate to it. I know, and people probably made it sound so corny, I guess, because they had this
Hmm.
perception of Drake like he can't really spit, but he really can rap. Like if you really listen to what he's saying, I just that same energy, I be feeling it like just on my daily. So I'm sorry, nobody touch a Drake like you said. He consistently. Not it's like some way, and I think it's of course it's in that experimental time when he started singing and stuff. Maybe that people didn't take him as serious as a rapper no more. But
Yeah,
if you good at both, why not? I think in a interview, I want to say back in the day, or yeah, when Lil Wayne was talking about why he picked Drake, he said he got him because when he was rapping, he heard him singing, and he told him, "Yeah, stick to." He told him to do that. He was like, "You sound good doing it." So, and it worked for him. I mean, he got hit singing. So I think that's why people don't take him as
true.
serious as a rapper. But I'm sorry, Drake is that one. And my number two, and of course, you should know I'm going to say this. I'm going to have to go with a female.
Yes,
I'm going to have to say Nikki. I'm going to have to do it. I know people,
yes,
especially I'm gonna say men and some women too. They don't want to say that. They don't want to say that Nikki is who she is. I don't know if it's like you said, the same thing with him with the singing. I don't know because she crossed over the pop for a minute or because she was animated in different times. Like they don't
right.
listen to the rap part. And I'm gonna put her up there with them. And it's funny they literally came in together, signed together, all it. But those
Hmm.
two, especially in the last decade, have those are the two that's running it when it comes to female and male. You have
Right.
some that kind of splash in there here and there, but every time they come in, who are they getting compared to? Drake and Nicki. It's no escaping them. And I've loved to see
That's
a
true.
female. To me, what really gravitated me to her is that she can stand in those rooms and in those conversations with the men, and I liked it. And it's rare that
Hmm.
they take women that serious, to compare them to men. So with her, I got to give those two their flowers. I'm sorry. Those are my two, though. And I know someone would
Okay.
disagree, but I could care less. What is two things that you love about life?
Wow, Keontae, so much. Let's see. That I love about life or my life. Look,
You can say your life. Yeah, say your life.
I guess that would be mm, two things that I love about my life right now is just the freedom that I have. I can't lie. I enjoy just doing what I want and just doing what I want to do
Okay.
with no one telling me I can't do it or it's just the little things. I'm not even gonna say work or this stuff. Just being able to just get up. I can
Hmm.
stop this and get up and go to the store, come back, go
Yeah.
to sleep,
Hmm.
wear what I want and not worry about other people or that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Another thing is it sounds so cliche, but I'm so serious. I love my family. I can't lie. My
That's
aunts,
not
my
cliche.
cousins, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister. I love them. I like our family dynamic. That doesn't mean we're perfect. Let me be clear, just in case somebody start pulling up stuff.
Is it?
I'm just saying. I just like how we get together, like when we get together and stuff, and we go on
Mhm.
vacations and stuff together. as a family. Like we, my cousins. So I just like that. I like when I'm around them and like how we love each other. Doesn't mean we don't argue and stuff like that. It just means I just like it. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just a good feeling to have a supportive family and us just having fun and being able to argue and still,
and still,
be family. It's not like we on the internet just saying crazy stuff. Like I don't
hmm
like that. But
right.
everybody's family different. So I'm gonna say that.
Okay. Lovely. Okay. Why did I ask this and I ain't even ready to answer? Um, Two things that I love about my life. I guess the first one, I guess this is something I guess I had to realize, right? Because I'm young and I put a lot of pressure on myself. So, but now recently that I've slowed down to be like, okay, I got time. Like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times you think in your head, like, oh, this age coming, I got to do this by this. And I guess when
Mm-hmm.
I've slowed down and realized that it's like a day by day thing, I love the pace of it. So I love the pace of my life. Of course, I feel like I have big things coming, and of course, change is coming. But day by day, I'm not sitting there. What I'm saying? Feel like I gotta do 50 things in this day to make this happen. I love the pace of it. I don't
True.
really stress about stuff that's coming. I might talk about it, but and when I'm done talking about it, I'm not really stressing about it. I just kind of, when it's time to talk about it, it's time to talk about it. When it's time to buckle down on it, buckle down on it. But before I try to like pace it where it's like, okay, it ain't time yet. It's coming. It's coming. So that's the first thing. I love the pace of my life. Um, I just love how it's going. And of course, like stuff. Okay, and I'm not gonna answer the second one because I actually got a question for that one. But dang, I'm gonna just say kind of the similar thing you said, and I guess I'm gonna go outside of family. I'm just saying in general,
Mm-hmm.
I just love the people around me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think where I'm at now, I have loving people around me, and of course, and over time, I had to learn what that looked like. Um, Sometimes you think that having a lot of people and quote unquote a lot of friends around you, you always going somewhere. You feel like, oh yeah, what I'm saying? Like I'm doing the right thing until you sit there and really look at how people really ride for you.
That's
You never,
true.
so you experience those times when it wasn't the realest people around you, I guess, to get to the time when it's real people around you. And this right here is one of them, y'all. So, but yeah, the people around me are very like, they just got me and I just love it. So that I just love
Amen.
that. So I guess you can say family too, though. But everybody around
Yeah.
me, I just love being, I guess, loved and somebody got my back. And it wasn't always like that. So I love that right now about life.
Okay. Oh, tear.
Since we both identify as singular, um,
Mhm.
what is two or your two favorite things about being single?
Wow. So you trying to air out stuff.
Air it out. Clear
Okay.
the error. Clear the error.
Okay. So, of course, number one is the freedom part. I don't have to
Mm-hmm.
worry about how somebody's feeling about something, what I'm doing, um, or just that thought. And they may not, if I get into a relationship, they may not worry about what I'm doing, which would be a
Right.
great thing.
Yeah.
But it's still just that thought of them thinking that,
It'd be
you
like, yeah,
know,
that's the
and
thinking
it can
process.
be really draining
Yeah.
on how I move. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I know I'm always moving the right way, at least intentionally moving the right way.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I would say that my freedom. Number two would be, I think with freedom, again, it shows you what you want and what you need out of a relationship too. The
Mm-hmm.
alone time, even when you're hanging around different people or different guys, you just tend to just really see
Yep.
what you want out of
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, about 6 a.m. It's okay.
Out of a relationship because I'm trying to talk fast and think of what I'm talking to say next.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I would say that it just gives you that time and that peace to see what you want for yourself and what you want from your partner. So I'm gonna go with
Okay.
it.
Okay. Um, I guess my favorite thing is I say all the time, I don't really want to. It's cool to have a company, but I don't really, I'm not looking for it. So I guess
Hmm.
that's the first thing. I don't necessarily like obligations and stuff. And I know some people say, and that's part of relationships and all that. I'm sorry, I don't like obligations. I don't like feeling like I have to do certain stuff, or now I'm stepping into this and I gotta do different stuff. I don't like that. So that's the part of
Hmm.
not having to worry about that or think about that. It's very splendid. I love it. I love not having to. I ain't necessarily saying gotta answer your call, but feeling like, okay, I gotta make sure I talk to them today. I gotta say this today. I gotta do this today. If I don't do this, I'm gonna be wrong because they're gonna think I'm not talking to them. That whole thinking process, and that's how people date these days. I just love not having to deal with it. I'm
Right.
sorry, and I know it probably sounds so unrealistic to think that if I do talk to somebody else, that ain't gonna happen. But I'm sorry. I'm glad I don't have to deal with it right now. So that's
Right.
one thing I love about being single. And the other one is I just love sleeping in my own bed.
For real.
I just love being in my own space, being able to sleep in my own bed, not having to. I just do what I want to do. Just oh my goodness, like what I'm saying. You just I don't like all that being too close to people. So being in my own space, just having me time. I feel like when you have enough me time, then you'll say you're ready for something. But I'm just trying to get all that. I'm getting all my me time back for when I didn't have it. I love it. Just having been in my own space.
Yes.
Oh, it's the best thing ever. I just love it. So that's my
Especially, being a female too, your
yes.
stomach can still start hurting. And
Hmm.
I just feel like you got a person and you just got to kind of
Yeah.
tiptoe around them to go to the
Hmm.
bathroom. And I
Yeah.
don't like that because when it's time
Yeah.
to go, it's time to
To go.
go.
Exactly right.
Because I'll
And
be
not
like, can
even had
you
that
run to the store real quick?
song,
Like,
like, please, like, I just need my space. I just need to be myself. Like, and I pray and I do pray to God that it don't never look like lonely. I think I'm good enough. I found my inner peace, so I'm good by myself. Hopefully, it don't ever look like lonely, or feel like lonely. But right now in life, it's happiness. I love it. I love it by myself.
right.
I can figure out so much stuff by myself. I don't have to think about. I got to figure this out, and I got to think about how I'm gonna put them into it. I just love it. I can figure this out all
Yes.
by myself. But I just love it. So here's my last question: what is
Yeah.
your two favorite things about doing this podcast?
Let's see. You know what?
You
I'm gonna
stupid.
be
You
honest.
stupid.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be really, really,
Really,
really, really
really
honest.
honest. Hmm.
Yes. So first one is I think at least I feel like it's I don't want to say putting me on track, but it's giving me a schedule.
Yes.
And with undiagnosed ADHD, it's hard being on a schedule. So
Yes.
knowing that we have to do this every week or something like it just gives me that schedule that I need,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
So that's one. And two, I think it helps build confidence because for me, anybody that know me. I'm not gonna sit around here and show my face,
Hmm.
even talk. I don't care for the way that I talk, but I'm learning like this is me. This is what I look like. This is
Hmm.
what I sound like. Um, and it just helps bring confidence in who I am. This is really who I am.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna say that, and I feel like okay, it's three things, and
Yeah.
the things that we're talking about. Hopefully, it helps someone who's listening,
Yeah.
or you know, just make someone laugh. I think
Yeah.
even just make someone laugh helps them.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
yeah, so yeah, those are my top two/3 things. What about
Okay.
you?
Okay. Okay, first, like for the like you said, I'm gonna go piggyback out what you said. Even though I've never been like too shy to speak in front of nobody, I like doing stuff like that. Having to come on here and not even censor myself, be like case sensitive to certain stuff, and I come on here and we speak about a lot of, you can say controversial, a lot of stuff, and I have to go on here with the consideration of how somebody might feel about it or how this can affect this if we put the wrong message out. So to do that, I think it prepares
Hmm.
me for when I really do have to stand in front of people and talk, because you want to be considerate of that. So I think this is like the perfect training for it. That's why I will always let her do it. I think I get so much practice of speaking, like you said, speaking in front of people, hearing how I sound, noticing the little things that I do when I talk, like what I'm doing now. I talk with my hands. Before this podcast, I would not notice, even in person. I don't think nobody ever told me. I think you might have told me once, but in general, until I saw it, like I literally talk with my hands. I don't know if
Hmm.
it's a good or bad thing, but if I wanted to do this podcast, I wouldn't even notice it. So I don't have to look at nobody crazy if they do say it. Um, and my second thing would be, uh, I like you said, I just like that because of who we are and because of the conversation that we have. I like being able to put that the real perspective out on stuff. I think a lot of people like, especially like the shade, like different love platforms and stuff, it's sugar coated because you say what sounds good and you say what you think people want to hear and what will get a click.
Hmm.
I don't feel like that's ever our approach. Like we gonna say this is what it is straight up. This what somebody need to hear. We cut out the BS. We just go straight to it. And I just love it. I like putting that perspective out there because that's what I want to see. I hate seeing a dialogue on social media and stuff, and that be the one thing missing. Oh, like, let's stop
Right.
talking about all this other stuff. Talk about what it is for real. Like, stop. It be like 50 different things talking about it, but it's never what it really is. It's everything
Deflection.
around it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Deflection. And I like that we get right to the center of it. And so I love being a part of it. I love being that we get to the deeper thought of it. And I love being a part of it. I just like putting it, especially in our community where we need to get to the real stuff. We don't have time to sugarcoat because we got too
Pretty
many
much.
problems. We need to be getting to the center of everything. So yeah, I just love being a part of it. I love that, and I love two ways to say it.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
even though this was like our what mid-season introduction, get to know us a little better. We're
Hmm.
still gonna do our last remarks like we always do. And I guess I shall start it. So doing this podcast, um, no matter how it started or who, all that. Let me not be like that. No matter how it started or whatever, I like the fact that I sit out one. I'm gonna say me and you because we really talked to detail about it. When we talked about it,
Hmm.
it's easy to talk about something and have an idea and let it disappear, or to go on the next day and just forget about it. Had that thought of like, dang, that would have been cool. We actually did do that. But for us to sit up here and actually take the time to do something that we wanted to do, I think that's kind of remarkable, especially for stuff like I've literally held myself back in so many ways in life because I'm thinking that it sound unfeasible or it's just like it don't make sense or I can't do that right now. So to sit up here and we legit start our own podcast and to be, just people seeing us, like just to have one view, to have somebody listen to our conversation and
Right.
actually follow through with it. I think it's a good way to say if you want to do something, just please just do it. It might no matter if it's a win or if it whatever, just do it. Because it's showing right here. Look at us. Look at us. Episode 13. Look at us. We're doing
Look
it.
at us. We're
Look at
definitely
us.
doing it.
We just yeah. Um, but yes, just do it like Nike. That's all I got.
I agree. Wow.
Yes.
I think my closing remark would be similar, at least a little similar to yours. It's more so of, with the age, I said with the age that I am now, I just learned that your life will change you.
Yes.
And not in these dramatic ways sometimes, because I think you think of like these very traumatic experiences like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, that changed me. It's little things that you see, people that you hang around. It
Mm-hmm.
can change your thought process. even when I see things on Facebook, like my Facebook statuses that were almost 3 years ago. Three
Mm-hmm.
years ago is not long ago, and I'm looking at like, it's cringe. Like, what the world? I thought that,
It's,
and now I'm like, I
mm-hmm.
don't think that. So change is always good. So
It
if
is.
you're in this state where, because I was at an age too where it was just like, I'm not changing for nobody. I'm not doing
Mm-hmm.
nothing, blah, blah. I promise you,
Mm-hmm.
life, and granted, for some people, it probably don't, because I can name almost 10 people right off the bat that
Mm-hmm.
literally act the same as they did when they were 18 and still saying, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
changing for nobody. And I don't think that's what it means when you're saying, don't change.
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
just a little deeper than that, because I feel like that's what life is. It's about constant
It
changing,
is. It is.
and just being able to adapt to certain situations. So I'm just gonna say with that, it's okay to change. It's okay to change how you think, where
Mm-hmm.
you move, anything. Just do it. And it's not saying that you don't remember where you came from and all this stuff. It's just that's life,
Yes.
and it's okay.
It is okay. It's
And if no
okay.
one can accept that, then guess what? It's a million other people that you can hang around.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with that. Change is good.
It is. Okay. All right now. All right, y'all. Thank you. Thank y'all for watching our mid-season introduction, episode 13. Of course, like always, stay tuned, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And be ready for next week's episode because it's about to get ugly.
It's
Just be
definitely
ready
gonna get
for it. It's finna get ugly. But
ugly.
yeah. All right, y'all. See y'all next time.
Bye.